We did say we would end soon, but so let's hear it from Matt.
Yeah, thank you, John, for introducing me. So first of all, I'd like to thank Jim Din for bringing up the example of the student paying for the library at MUN with the student center fee. But what he left out is the university made a commitment to the students that at a later time that the university would fund a student center. Years later, we still don't have that student center, even though across Canada, the student union buildings, that the student union won the entire building, it's theirs. But at MUN, we don't have that. And so that's a vote in Thomas the University. It's the same thing with the Woods fee. There was a handshake between the president at the time and the student union that would be a temporary fee that would be eliminated, yet we still have that fee. So the entire relationship between the administration and the student is the administration that have always been really bad to students at Memorial. And particularly in the recent years, the administration has cracked down on student protests. We've seen this with myself when I protested former President Diane Timmons with a stop sign that said that she needed to be stopped and no to tuition hike and no to control pendant. I was banned from campus for over 3 months, and then I was hit with a non-academic probation sentence. And I took MUN to the Supreme Court for this, which still not had just been decided on after over a year. And also, I have another matter at the Supreme Court involving access to information, because I filed an access request for the bonuses given to the executives at the Genesis Center and Seashore, and Memorial University and Neil Bose said that Memorial does not have that information, but the Information and Privacy Commissioner wrote a report that is 16 pages that says that MUN does have that information, and that information should be released to the public. So Memorial and Neil Bose lied about that, and not only did I lie, they are now taking it to the Supreme Court to prevent that information from being released to the public, and they are spending tens of thousands of dollars on legal fees to prevent that information from being shared with the public. So to quote former Mayor Dennis O'Keefe, who said in the radio, who is trying to hide what? So my question to make it broad for everyone to answer, will you stand on protest rights, civil liberties, and freedom of expression, and will you stand on transparency and access to information? Thank you.
And this one will start with Bose, and let's give it to a minute.
To be honest, I couldn't understand all of what you said, but I will say that as far as I know...
I'll clarify. It's the Student Union Building, the campus band, and the C-Core Genesis Center ATIP that's been blocked. What's going on, and are you hiding the C-Core and Genesis ATIP from getting the information that he's been requesting? And where do you stand on civil liberties and the court case against Matt Barter?
We will follow up in the usual way through the processes that I haven't lied as far as I know.
You said you don't have the information.
Oh, yeah. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We don't have much time. Let's. Anybody else on civil liberties? C-Core and Genesis Center.
I'll just take a quick minute to respond. This is certainly a conversation that we could probably have for now, I'm sure, especially considering how passionate you are about this. But I think given the climate that we find ourselves in right now, it's important to recognize that everybody does have a right to peaceful protest and demonstration. However, it shouldn't be at the consequence of another individual's rights or causes, and certainly not to condone any types of violence or discrimination. So I believe that certainly a stance that we can take. And as for some of the other questions, hopefully we'll get the chance to talk in the future.
I think if the Information and Privacy Commissioner stated that the information should be released, it should be released. And that's where the transparency comes in. if these fine individuals over here, and by the way, I commend you for your advocacy on the thrift store. I think that would be a valuable, great addition for the university. If you were holding placards, that may have been a little bit disparaging to me, with not in the extreme sense. I wouldn't think that would be acceptable. You know, I'm sure Minister Howell can state some examples that would be unacceptable. So again, it depends on what the situation would be, but to hold a placard with a statement that would be on that, I don't see that as being, you know, would not be permitted.
It was a student protest that, you know, the death of a student on Prince Philip Parkway that led to the overpasses. There for that. So protest works. Protest is a fundamental right of democracy. Also, you can have disagreement without being polarized, and you can find that discussion as well. But the other part, transparency, I can tell you that in the House of Assembly on a variety of issues, we fought for transparency, as have our colleagues in our opposition on a number of issues. That is key. Craig talked about having the data earlier. Well, that's in large part having the facts, having the information is key, and transparency is key to getting it. Thank you.
All right, that's about does it for the town hall.